Probably one of the worst champs I've ever seen in the UFC. Shouldn't even be champ right now. Sal D'Amato can ligma. He can come find me. I'll meet you anywhere. You can have two guys. You can have Sal and whoever else that judge was last night. And I'll fight both of them at the same time. You guys are horrendous at your job. I don't know why they continue to let them judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on Locked Door MMA. We're your hosts. I'm Brevin. This is my good buddy JP. And in today's episode, we will be breaking down and giving our predictions for every single fight for UFC 316, Merab versus O'Malley 2. This one's in Newark, New Jersey. It should be an exciting card. We've got it stacked from top to bottom with plenty of action. I cannot wait to dive into some of these fights. Before we do, if you're new to the channel and you like UFC, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, comment down below who you think is going to win this weekend, and share it with a friend maybe. Tell them to come talk their talk in the comment section. We really appreciate it, and we want to build this Locked Door community as big as we possibly can. JP, I'm super excited for this card. Last weekend was a little strange. It was very strange out in the Apex. I feel like a lot of things weird happened in the Apex Center. What were some of your takeaways, and are you excited for a stacked pay-per-view after a 9-fight weird card?
Yeah. Very excited for a pay-per-view. It's about time. I know this main event has gotten, I guess, heat. People don't really want to see it, but I mean, we've been watching UFC for a while now. I don't even know how many years. That's probably one of the worst cards I've ever seen. Like, sure, there were some fights where they were beating each other up. I know the Jacoby one. That was a good fight. That was violence. We picked Lopez, but whatever. The first fight of the night, the women's fight, they were cracking each other.
That was the best fight of the night, the whole card.
It was. They were cracking each other. So, like, it's fun to watch that. The technique is atrocious. Okay, it was terrible, but sure. And then the main event fiasco, and now people are mad at Erin Blanchfield because she was talking shit about Macy after she had a seizure. I don't know, bro. I don't know. That was, I've never seen that before. And then I know you made that joke when she was still in the locker room and you're like, she's on the shitter or something. Yeah, weird, but yeah, it's a good.
But yeah, let me clarify. That was when they said the main event was just delayed. Like, she's not going to make the walk right now. I thought maybe, hey, there was a last second, I got to take a deuce. That happens to some people.
The nerves, bro.
It wasn't the case. We wish her all the best in her recovery. We do hope that she is okay and can recover. But yeah, super strange, which is why I'm so excited to get into this one. First fight of the night, JP, I'll let you kick us off. We've got Chaos Williams taking on Andreas Gustaffson. He was supposed to fight last card. Got thrown in the mix on this pay-per-view. I'm excited to finally see him make his UFC debut.
True. Oh my God. I was very happy when I saw this rebooked. Was it Preston Parsons first before Trevin Giles? I think so. I don't know. He pulls out a couple times. Gustafson has. He's got a couple canceled fights. I also think people don't really want to fight him. We broke him down last time. Oh no, it was Jeremiah Wills. That's what it was.
Right.
I like this matchup so much more, bro. This matchup is, I think, guaranteed to be fireworks. Chaos Williams, another guy who's known for power. Not the most technical dude. Not the most technical. But he's got power. He'll put people's lights out. I don't know. This could be a good one. Again, like we said, Gustafson's going to come forward. He's going to fight you in the clinch. He's going to put you on your back foot. I don't think Chaos can strike that well off of the back foot. He could catch him. Could knock him out. That's what Chaos does. Personally, I think the pressure, I mean, if it was in the Apex, I would 1000% hammer Gustavson. I'm still going to take him, though. I'm still going to take him. Dog money right now. Plus 180 right now. I kind of like it. I'm still going to take him. If Chaos wins, I think it's by KO. I really do. If it goes to the cards, I think Gustavson just puts the pressure on him. He has a chin. He has been wobbled before. But fuck, dude, he has a chin. He's been through wars. Blowing snot and blood out of his nose, walking you down, smiling at you. He's a killer. Give me Gustafson, dog money to lead it off.
I like that. Yeah, was not expecting you to go dog money, JP, but bingo, bango. I'm taking Andreas Gustafsson, and I'll tell you why. And JP alluded to it. Chaos Williams will allow Gustafson to fight his fight and he'll oblige. Like he is an enabler. If you want to clinch with me because he, like his name is, chaos. He's chaos. He'll clinch with you, he'll throw big strikes with you. But going up against a guy like Andreas Gustafsson, who that is his game plan, it's not a smart one if you're going up against him. And so he's got to fight a really smart fight if he wants to find a victory on Saturday. And right now, he is a big favorite. And so, like, to me, it was a little bit confusing. I know it's kind of a last second thing. Gustafson doesn't have a lot of film on or, time to study chaos and vice versa. But at the end of the day, chaos will clinch with him. I think Gustafson's the better wrestler if he wants to take him down to the ground. But Gustafson's whole game plan is to hold you up against the fence and elbow, knee, and just wilt your will to fight away. And he will tire you out. Chaos can get tired. I think JP said it best. If it goes to decision, Gustafsson wore on him and he fought his fight. If Chaos Williams wins, he knocked out Andreas Gustafsson. So I think that's the two sides that you can play. KO from Williams or a decision victory from Gustafsson. He also could find a KO. So maybe, take that into consideration. But I think dog money, give me Gustafsson all day long.
He's gonna make him tired, dude. He's gonna make him tired. And Chaos off the back foot, tired, getting war on. I mean, Bane is just. I mean, it's gonna be fireworks. If you're not watching the first fight of the night, you need to, because it's. I guarantee you, it's gonna be fireworks. It's gonna be nuts. Next one, I'm so confused. Markel Mederos, another guy that was supposed to fight last weekend, didn't. Versus Mark Choinski, I believe.
Choinski. I
Something like
love his
that.
last name. The Shark. All right. Yeah, last second replacement. Mederos was supposed to fight last weekend. I thought he was gonna lose that matchup. His opponent ended up winning. In Balaji Oki. I definitely think Oki would have got the better of him still. But now he's gonna fight this Choinski guy. He's had one fight in the LFA, looked pretty good in that one. He's a wrestler base. That's going to be his fight style. He will look to wrestle you. His hands are okay, but he does his best work when he can take you down, get inside your guard, and land ground and pound. For me, on this one, I was tempted to take a good, long, hard look at Mark Choinski, but I think Marquel Mederos' fight IQ, his UFC experience, and this being a last second fight for Choinski in his UFC debut doesn't really add up in his favor. And I think Marquel showed good takedown defense against Austin Hubbard, even though Austin Hubbard did have the back for like the entirety of the second round. He can land elbows, he can make you pay if you take sloppy takedowns or if you shoot sloppy takedowns, especially late in the fight. I think Marquel Mederos will edge it out, but money line right now, the odds aren't as close as they should be. This is a much closer fight than I believe a lot of people think it will be.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and touch on that right away. The lines for a lot of these fights, I think, are horrendous. I mean, there's a lot of 4, almost 5-1 favorites on this card. The first fight of the night, like we said, Chaos is almost a 2.5-1 favorite. Like, holy shit, I don't get it. This is an interesting one for me. Why didn't Markel fight last weekend?
I have no idea.
Like he was sick or something?
Possibly. And maybe that was why they're just moving back 1 week.
Yeah, it's just weird to me, but all right, that's fine, I guess. I think it's kind of interesting. The gym that Markel fights out of, I believe Benson Henderson is associated with, and then Choinski's gym is Anthony Pettis' gym, right? Rufu Sport. So kind of cool to see two lower level guys that are trying to make it to the upper echelon face off against two guys who had probably one of the most iconic moments in MMA history. I kind of like Choinski. I mean, he's an all-American wrestler. He can wrestle. He's short, stocky dude. His striking defense isn't horrendous. It's not great. His offense isn't great either. He's powerful. Obviously, he's a short, stocky wrestler, so he is powerful. I don't know, man. I don't know. One thing about Choinski, it's probably smart. I mean, I would fight that way if I fought, get some fights under your belt and get some experience. Fought a lot of cans. A lot of cans. Selective. It's kind of like boxing. They put you up against just bums, get your record up. So I get it. I kind of feel like Mederos can dance on him a little bit on the outside, though. I feel like he's going to be by far and away the best striker that he's fought. I think Choinski's got to be gritty and be a dog right away. Pressure him, takedown. If he stuffs it, do it again. Markel, like I said, breaking him down with Oki, he fights the hands well. I don't like his hips, though. I feel like you can get to his hips. So we'll see if Choinski can take him down. But we're not in the apex, so it leans towards Mederos, who can stick and move on the outside. His hands do come a little low. But, yeah, bingo, bango. Give me Mederos as well.
Yeah, you said that very well. Mederos, I do think he's going to be able to dance around the outside. And so if you're looking for like ways to win, if you're on the Mederos side, I think he wins by decision. And Mark Choinski, if he finds a victory, I do think he could find a submission on Mederos. So that might be a nice little play for you as well. He has a number of submissions in his bag. And Mederos, he does give the back. JP was kind of alluding that, in his takedown defense, he will give the back. And if Choinski can take the back, he's got a decent submission game. So watch out for that as well.
Oh, it'll be a good one. It'll be a good one. All right. Am I lining
Your
you
turn.
up for this one?
Line me up, baby.
Hey, this one I'm excited for. The return of a guy I personally like. I think you like him a lot. I don't know. Quillen Salkilld. All right, the New Zealand guy. Versus Ashmouz.
Ashmouz, the red fox. If for a second, that's who I thought you were talking about, given the fact, with the red, the color of the hair. I mean, you guys are now part of this bigger, greater community. It's all great, and everything. However, in this one, he's taken on a very skilled fighter in Quillen Salkilld. Yes, we are very high on Quillen. JP, I'm pretty sure you locked Quillen. Was that correct? You
Yeah.
locked him? Yes, and he was the first fight of the card in his last time out and absolutely starched his opponent within like the first minute of the fight. JP wasn't even watching the fight. He was carrying on a conversation with my fiance, and then he was like, "Oh, we won the lock. Okay, that's cool." Yeah, it happened quick. He's very powerful. He's going to be the much bigger guy in this matchup as well with a much longer reach. I like his wrestling. I think he can use his wrestling in this one to stay safe. Ashmouz does have like sneaky wrestling skills as well, and he throws these big looping strikes. He could find the chin of Salkilld as well, and that's kind of where you want to look at these lines. And if you're like, okay, I don't like the lines, I do think Ashmouz could win by KO if he lands one of his big looping shots. But I think Salkilld is going to be the much more technical striker and has more ways to win for my liking. So give me Quill and Salkilld.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this is one of the ones I was talking about. Dude right now is minus 485. Like, I agree. Bingo bango. Give me Quill and Salkilld as well. I think that's crazy. I do not think he's a 5-1 favorite over Ashmouz. Ashmouz isn't like a bum. He's stocky. Like you said, he's got a little bit of grappling. He's got hands. He's got power. He's not terrible. Quillen's long, accurate. Like you were saying. Yeah, I didn't even see him starch Jubilee. I wasn't worried at all. I thought he was going to, but yeah, I was sitting there talking to her, and I think it was like the second or third strike he threw. Boom, straight right down the pipe, dropped him. Yeah, I think he can do that here. Maybe find a sub, maybe later. Ashmouz in the first round's kind of a lot to deal with. Yeah, he's quick, explosive. Yeah, I think Salkilld, he manages distance well, and he's got a good bag for jits and wrestling. So bingo bango.
Yeah, and I want to stay talking about this fight for one moment. I mean, Ashmouz's only loss in the UFC came to Chris Duncan when he like broke his left wrist in the first round and he only had a right hand. That fight went to decision. Like, I don't know if that tells you how tough this dude is and how hard he is to put away, but this guy is a problem. And so I don't think it's going to be an easy walk in the park for Salkilld whatsoever. Like, this will be a dogfight. So when you look at these lines, and right now Salkilld is almost a 5-1 favorite, and we've got Ashmouz at like a plus 300 right now. Hey, I'm not picking him, but there's a play there,
Yeah,
and I might sprinkle some money on Ashmouz by KO, because he is a very dangerous man,
it's a dangerous line. Almost a trap a little bit if you're hammering Salkilld.
100%. All right, moving up this card, we've got Azamat Murzakanov taking on Brenson Ribeiro, last second replacement as well.
Yeah, we lost Johnny Walker. Sucks.
I was hoping to see him get starched.
Oh, 100%. Johnny Walker, if there's one thing you can say about him, he's entertaining right before he goes to bed, okay? Um, Brenson Ribeiro. I mean, this guy, talk about funky. This dude, 6'3", 81 inches of reach, dude. Oh my God. He can bend over and grab your fucking leg without you even being able to touch him. And he's got power. And he's got power, okay? He's one of those guys. He'll sleep you if you aren't on your P's and Q's type thing on the feet, you know. Um, Azamat wins the cake for me when it comes to pudgy boys movement, you know. He's a little pudge. He's a little pudge. He's got a little bit of weight to him. He doesn't move like it though. He moves beautifully. When he deals with reach, he shoots in there real fast, and it's straight punches too. So I do like that. And he can grapple a little bit. He can grapple a little bit. I understand Ribeiro can grapple too, but Azamat uses it as like pressure. He's good at pressure on top. There's some people who can take you down, but when it comes to keeping you down, they're not good at on top pressure. And Azamat is one of the guys that is undefeated. Is Ribeiro the guy to check him? The guy to take his O? I personally don't think he does. Give me Azamat. What is his line right now? Minus 550. Again, what are you gonna do? Play that? I mean, Ribeiro by KO, probably the best thing on this line. Maybe a over 2.5, depending on what it's gonna be. But yeah, I don't know. Again, I feel like you can't touch it. But give me Azamat.
I mean, the only thing for Azamat here is to maybe look at the KO prop, because I think there will be fireworks, and he does have sneaky power in his hands. You saw that with even in his Dustin Jacoby fight, he dropped Dustin Jacoby in the first round early on. I mean, we've seen Ribeiro be chinny,
Oh yeah.
and I think Azamat could find a KO. So you could even play like the first round KO from Azamat. I like that line a lot too. But yeah, JP said it very well. Ribeiro is dangerous given the length of his arms. He found a Kimura win in his last time out, and that's just because he can lock those things up with his very long arms. So Azamat has to be very careful when this fight does go to the ground. Azamat can wrestle, and he's pretty good at it as well. And honestly, it might be a nice path to victory. I think he can land ground and pound and probably put Ribeiro's lights out. I'm picking Azamat, bingo bango. He's just got to be, smart in his approach. I think Ribeiro last second not a great matchup for him. A lot of guys don't want to fight Osmot because of what JP said. There is a lot of power there. He moves very well for a big guy, for a stocky guy, and someone that's really strong. So give me Osmot Murzakanov to get it done.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the first round KO. It's probably, if it's not plus money, I'd be like, I don't know, bro. That's just
Oh, it's
crazy.
definitely plus money. First round KO is not going to be a minus 200. It's definitely plus money.
I was thinking more like minus 110, like minus 130.
For a first round, maybe just KO prop in general.
Hey, like you said, Ribeiro's kind of chinny, bro.
He is very chinny.
I don't know. We'll see. It's a weird one. It's just a weird one. The lines on this one compared to last week, I'm like, what
Well,
the?
yeah, and that's kind of where I'm giving those, exact method of victories, the round props, because that's how you have to bet this if you're going to be a betting man. And, it's a pay-per-view. We say you're a degenerate if you're betting some of these prelims. Not on this one. I won't blame you in hell. I probably will be betting on some of these prelims because it's fun and there's a lot of fireworks to be had here in the early fights of UFC 316.
And we need a card with chaos at pay per view. That's gonna be
We need to
good.
recover.
Oh my god, dude! Last week one was horrendous. Next one, also very excited for this one. Ju Sang Yu versus Jeka Saragihi.
Saragihi, yeah.
Some shit.
Both pronunciations I think are correct there. Yeah, I mean, Joe Song Yu, he's an up and coming prospect, very flashy fighter out of South Korea. He does have a lot of KO power. He's a very good striker. He uses his kicks well. I know the only thing is we just haven't seen him in a UFC setting. We haven't really seen him um, regarding anything that deals with the UFC. He didn't even fight in Road to the UFC or the Ultimate Fighter or anything. He's just an up and coming prospect that Dana White was like, hey, let's bring this kid into the UFC. I know Dana went to Japan and watched one of his fights. He was out there and saw him in Japan in person, where he found a first round KO. And I do, JP, think that that's how he's going to win this fight. I think he can knock out Jacques Saragihi. Um, Very flashy. Saragihi's a tough guy, but kind of similar to the Chaos Williams and Gustafson's fight. Like Saragihi will kind of fight that stylistic fight. He will set his feet and just swing for the fences with you. And I just don't think that bodes well for him in this one. I would like to see him fix in some takedowns, maybe change up the game plan a little bit against this up and coming prospect. I just don't think he will, and I think he gets caught. So give me Joe Sung Yu to get it done. But like we said, money line is just so far apart. You would have to play the KO prop, or if you like Sergey, great. But it's a tough one to just take Joe Sung Yu by straight up money line.
Um, yeah, he said if you like Sergey, great. If you like Sergey, Sarah Trash, what the fuck are you doing? Go back and watch it. It's not great. Not great at all. Bingo bango. Give me you. Um, so it was actually the same card as Camilo that just fought recently when he was fighting that one guy that was talking at the press conference. And they actually couldn't go. It was the one where it was in like Korea and they couldn't go, so they watched it.
Oh, was it virtual?
Yeah, they watched it like virtual because it's the Korean Zombies Fight League out there. So
That's right.
they were gonna go. This guy, I like you striking a lot. I love you striking. He's very mobile,
Crafty.
very crafty. It's gorgeous to watch. That thing that Connor does. Now Connor's a southpaw. You is a orthodox fighter, but they both do something very similar, very very well, and it's extremely high level to me. So they'll sit there and kind of bounce in and out. They'll throw a jab and stuff. When you unload your power hand, you and Connor both have the amazing ability to slip back a tiny bit, but they're not like leaning back with their head, so they're all the way out of their range. They slip back a tiny bit to where you barely miss them, and they'll fire their power hand straight down the pipe, dude. And that is a recipe for easy KOs. It turns your head, hits you right on the chin, doesn't even have to be hard. I like his striking a lot, and I think he's kind of crafty on the ground. He can wrestle. He can scramble really well. He's got decent top pressure. I like this kid a lot. It is his UFC debut. Almost a 5-1 favorite. That's mind-blowing to me. It really is. But Jekka's trash. Jekka's so bad. Lost to Weston Wilson and Anshul Jubilee, who we just talked about getting slumped with one shot. Trash. He's going to come out like a bat out of hell, like he did against Weston Wilson. Boom, boom, and just throw shit. I think Yu's going to slide back, boom, counter him, clip him. I think it's first round KO all the way. Bingo, bango, give me you.
Yeah, beautiful breakdown. JP said it. First round KO might be the play there as well. I think you can get a good line on that for the UFC debut. And you're right. The little slide back to the power hand right on the chin. I honestly would predict that's how he wins this fight. We'll see. Maybe we'll clip that and put it alongside the highlight because he is just so skillful with that specific strike, and his movement is so good. He's so light on his feet, so quick. I'm excited for this one.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a good one, dude.
You're up, buddy.
I'm up. All right.
Give me the big boys. You know I like my big boys.
Oh, bro, pause. No Diddy. Sergey Spivac. Second, third time, something like that we've seen him. And where's Waldo? Waldo Acosta.
Yeah, man. The polar bear versus salsa boy. Oh man. I was really hoping JP would break this down. I don't have an official pick as of this moment, but I will here in a few seconds once I start talking about it. Sergey Spivac, we've kind of seen where his weaknesses are and where his strengths are. He's a good grappler. He's going to look to take you to the ground and find submissions. I think he could do that if things go his way. Waldo Cortes-Acosta, he's had some good fights in his own right. Somehow he's 13-1 I mean, he hasn't really been tested a whole lot. They've kind of put him up against some of these prospects like Robelis Despange, and he fights really well and he fights really smart. He'll land his kicks from the outside. He'll land some jags, some jabs, some nice striking, and then if he wants to, he'll clinch with you, put you up against the fence. You know, stylistically, they're very different. I think Spivac will find a lot of success if this fight does go to the ground. He could probably get it there at some point. I do worry about Waldo's gas tank if this goes the distance. He's going to have to find a KO shot. But the one thing about Sergey that I really don't like, JP, is he doesn't respond well to power shots. Like if he gets hit hard, he kind of starts losing where he's at. He doesn't really cover up well. He stops fighting back. Well, he covers up decently, but he stops fighting back. And so, like, whenever you do that, the ref is going to step in and stop the fight. I just don't love that from him. And we saw that in his last time out. JP, I think this is a good spot for me to take an underdog. Give me Waldo Cortes-Acosta to defeat Sergey Spivac. Outside of the grappling, I don't think Spivac has the hands for Waldo. Think he can get it done. Plus, he's given up a lot of weight. I hate that Spivac does that. Like he's only going to come in at 230 every single time he fights in this heavyweight division, and Waldo is all 265 pounds when it comes to Saturday. So I think that's going to help him out a lot.
Yeah, this one's a close one. This one's one of the few on the card. I think they got the lines right. Very close. Could go either way. I wasn't gonna be surprised if Sergey was the dog either. Yeah, Waldo, former professional boxer. You know, he's got good hands. He's got power. Against Robelis, he actually took Robelis down. Robelis is terrible. If he doesn't get you out in under like 30 seconds with something wild, he's trash. Yeah, I don't know. It's a close one. Sergey, like Brevin said, he does drop weight. He did look in great shape his last fight. Now he lost to Jailton Almeida. I personally think Jailton's pretty decent. His hands, whatever. His loss to Curtis Blades, whatever. He's a very disgusting grappler, tough to deal with, great wrestler. But Brevin's not lying. All right, Sergey, when he gets hit, will just shell up. Completely shell up and just kind of bend over. And like you said, he doesn't fight back. At some point, you either have to move or you have to throw something and then move. You can't just sit there and shell up. And it's heavyweight, so it only takes one. Only takes one big one on the button. My thing about Waldo is there's times where he'll get against the cage and he'll just lean on the cage. Granted, he's looking for something because he can counter well. He'll have the striking advantage. Sergey's striking is not great. I think it's gotten better, though. If we hit the ground, Waldo is not getting up. He is not getting up. I don't care what you say. He grappled Robelis, like I just said. Okay, Robelis is horrendous. Brevin could get takedowns on Robelis. I would say I could, but dude's like 3 times my size. Okay? I mean, it's terrible. His takedown defense is atrocious. And if Waldo knocks him out, he knocks him out. Brevin had a great call. It's decent dog money. There's decent value here. Personally, I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot because Waldo didn't get that KO shot. Like heavyweights, when they get tired, they fucking slow down. And you can see what they're throwing a mile away, dude. And I have bad eyes. I need glasses, and I can still see that son bitch. And I think if Waldo's on his back, he's not getting up. Sergey on the ground, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Submitted Tiburo with a beautiful move into an armbar. I don't think Waldo's getting up. Just can't get clipped. If he does, it's heavyweight. But give me Sergey Spivac. Probably not betting on it.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man. This heavyweight division is an absolute disaster at this current point in time. So, yeah, I think this tells us a lot. I mean, if Waldo wins this fight, I mean, his record improves to 14-1. Sergey, he's kind of fought a lot of the guys in this heavyweight division. I don't know what that does for the rankings, but should be a fun one nonetheless. I mean, they swing and they get hit a lot. Moving up this card, we've got a women's fight here on our hands. Ariana Lipski da Silva taking on Wang. Wang gang, stand up. You know it's the Joker. She's back. JP, what do you have to say about this one?
We have 2 Batman villains on the card. Okay, I think that's pretty badass. All right, we got Bane in the first fight of the night, gonna be fireworks, and then we got the Joker out here. Okay, you guys know. All right, you guys know me, Brevin, loves some Wang. All right, we love us some Wang on this show.
Good Wang.
Okay, good Wang, ain't nothing like it. Okay. Um, Ariane Lipski, 17-10. Most recent losses to Jazzy Vicious, who's on a tear, and Karini Silva. She's okay. She's okay. I'm not gonna call her a can. She can grapple a little bit. There's a point where her striking will look like, I guess, normal. I'm not gonna say good. I'm not gonna say bad. It looks like, okay, she's a fighter. She knows what to do. But then once her back's on the cage or something, and there's a wild exchange, she'll exchange a little too much, and those hands will get lower and lower the longer the exchange goes. Kong Wang hits hard. She can grapple a little bit. I understand her loss. Hey, sue her. That other girl is strong, great grappler too. She had power as well, and she got caught. Choked wrap. I is what it is. I think she learned from it. I think Kong Wang's gonna knock her out. I really do. Wang gang is what it is. Love us some good Wang. I want to see a women's KO. Give me Kong Wang.
Yeah, man, we love some women's KO. Bingo, bango, give me Kong, Wang, Wang Gang, stand up. You already know that I was picking the Joker. I'm a big fan of hers, and I don't even know how I became a big fan of hers. I've just been talking about her on the show over and over and over again. The Wang Gang stands up. Sure, she had that one loss. She got head kicked. Sue her, like JP said, man. She's dangerous with her hands. She's a great boxer. I think she carries a ton of power for this division, and I look for her to find a KO on Saturday against Silva. Let's rock with Kong Wang.
Hey, and if it's
I almost said Kang Wang.
if it's not enough, if that wasn't enough, Priscilla Cachoeira caught Lipski in those exchanges. Cachoeira is a wild striker with power. I feel like Kong Wang's just more technically sound with the same amount of power. I think she's gonna knock her out. I understand MMA math. Ligma. Give me Kong Wang. All right, next one. Very excited for this one. The return of Joshua Van. We've been in the van, baby. Joshua Van versus Bruno Silva.
Yeah, this should be a fun matchup, guys. Like a lot of these are. Bruno Silva carries a lot of power in his hands. He's kind of like his nickname's the Bulldog, and honestly, that's a great comparison. Like he'll just march forward, throw these big looping strikes. He'll look to take you down a little bit as well. He fights out of Fight Ready MMA down here in Phoenix. He's a hometown guy. If I see him on the street, I'm sorry. I don't really like him very much. His skill set for me is kind of like one touch power. He's going to throw a big strike and hopefully it lands and hopefully it knocks him out. I just don't love that approach. I mean, he's lost to some guys that haven't been that great. He's got some wins over some cans. I don't love it. Joshua Van, he's been fighting very well. I saw the fight with Charles Johnson. I mean, he got caught in the third round, and he was even fighting that fight really well for the first two rounds. In his last time out, though, against Racer Ura, the takedown defense was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, we called it from the get go. I believe he was the underdog. JP and I were telling you guys,
Yep.
hey, he's not going to be taken down by Sayura, and he's going to outstrike him. And I think this is a very, very similar story in this matchup. Wait, JP, do you hear that?
No,
I
what's
think
that?
that's the van coming. Let's get on the van. Joshua Van's my pick for Saturday. Let's roll. Ready for the road trip.
Road trip. Give me some candy. Lure me in. All right, I won't say that. Jokes. Only jokes. I'm getting in the fucking van too. Bingo, bango. Give me Joshua Van. I'm in love with Joshua Van's hips, okay? You heard that
Hey,
correctly. All right. No Diddy. I'm in love with his fucking hips. All right. Like I said earlier, Mikel Mederos fights the hands, hate his hips. You can attach yourself to his hips. If you're a good wrestler, if they can get to your hips, bro, it's a fucking problem. It is a problem. Joshua Van, oh my God, he stuffs shit. He sprawls. He shrugs you off. His down block is phenomenal. Let's not even get into his boxing. I would put him in the same category as like a Ilya Taporia type boxing. Obviously, I understand Ilya's good. I'm not saying he's that good, that top of echelon. But boxing like that, they'll rip you to the body and then they'll come upstairs, tight hooks, stocky, phenomenal boxing. We did break down his last fight to a fucking T, went exactly how he said. Revan said he lost to Charles Johnson. I'll say it again. Okay, I always say it every time that it comes up. I picked Charles Johnson in that fight. I said he'd move, stick and move. When it gets to the later fights, Charles Johnson's got a great gas tank. Might clip him, might outpoint him. Ended up knocking him out. I think that taught Joshua a lot. I can't load up anymore. Just stick to the body work, stick at defending takedowns. I'll either break them or they won't beat me to the cards because I'll be beating them up to the body so bad that they really can't move. They can't. Bruno Lopez's ass. Bruno Silva. uh, Everybody wants to talk about his most recent fight against Manel Kape. Oh, but he got kicked in the cup and then he got finished. I don't care. I don't care. He was getting the shit kicked out of him all fight, for one. For two, he kicked Manel Kape 3 times in the cup before that happened. I could give a shit. What goes around comes around. Happens. Hot take. I think it was a gorgeous teep right above the cup line. Might have skimmed off of it. Cry about it. And then in the Cody Durden fight, sure, he got a KO. He was kind of getting his ass beat. He was getting touched up a lot by Cody. Like Brevin said, found that home run shot. Not going to find it here. Give me Joshua Van all the way.
I love it. Yeah, man. Hey, we've been on this van for so long. Who's driving the thing?
Oh, I'm
Who's
not
our
sure.
driver? It's just on autopilot. Holy cow. We got Elon Musk making a Joshua Van automatic self-driving car. I'm excited.
I'll take
Hopefully you guys are too.
I'm getting hammered in the
Moving
back.
up. You're getting hey, I think that's illegal in like 49 different states
That's fine.
outside of Alabama. All right. Moving up to the main car. Mario Bautista is taking on the UFC debuting Patchy Mix.
All right. I like this one a lot. We'll start with Bautista. All right, Mr. Controversy. All right, Jose Aldo. People say he didn't beat him. I did pick Bautista in that one. Look, I always come on here and scream about our robberies when we get screwed. I'm a stand-up guy, okay? I do not think Bautista won. But on the scorecards, we got it, okay? Is what it is. He's okay. He's not bad, right? He's decent everywhere. He's strong. He's got a decent gas tank. Fights out of the MMA lab. You know, Sean used to fight there before he built his own gym, stuff like that, or used to train there. He's a good prospect. Right. Well, I don't even know if I can call him a prospect. He's like 30-something. But Patchy Mix, another Bellator guy. I mean, like Michael Chandler, like Patricio. I know Aaron Pico's fighting soon. We've seen some success. I'd say we've seen a lot of crazy shit happen to him and not as much success versus the latter, but I don't know, man. Patchy Mix notorious for the guillotine that he has. I mean, he has quite literally mastered it. I know I say all the time, when you're a really high level MMA, most of the time guillotines aren't going to work for you. Patchy's an outlier. He has quite literally perfected that technique. I like his scrambles. I like him off his back. And I'm not talking about throwing up subs. I'm talking about he will make you kind of think he's threatening a sub, and then he'll use like a wizard kick or something. He'll shrimp, get to your hips, push off you, boom, stand up. I like it quite a bit. His striking, not the best. But personally, I think he's long kind of for this division. I think it's okay. Is Mario Bautista going to outclass him and beat the shit out of him on the feet? I personally don't think so. Can't see it. What is he going to do? Push him up against the fence again like he did with Aldo? I think Patchy's a much better grappler. And Mario Bautista got submitted. I know it was a while ago, but he got submitted by Corey Sandhagen. Yeah. So, and that was his debut in the UFC. So it's a tough fight in the UFC, right? For your first fight. But personally, I don't think his striking is good enough to outclass him. And I think Patchy's a better grappler. Give me Patchy Mix to win his UFC debut. Fiance of Tatiana Suarez. I know I picked her over Wei Lee. He fought like shit. I understand. But they are still great grapplers, and Patchy is notorious, dude. He'll grapple wrestlers, and they have trouble with him. I like him a lot. Give me Patchy Mix.
Yeah, don't disagree with you. I think in this matchup, it's really going to come down to who can implement their style the best. Bautista, he is known for his high pace, his high volume. He will throw a lot of strikes out there. Patchy Mix better be ready to mix it up because that's exactly what he's going to need to do to find a victory. I think with Jose Aldo, even though I think Aldo won that fight and I did pick Aldo, he should have done a little bit more than just stand there and try to box with Mario Bautista and then defend the takedowns. Sure, he went 0 for 11, but at the same time, he was controlling Aldo against the fence. In this matchup, that's not a good game plan against Patchy Mix, who will grab the neck, probably choke you out. I think he can do that. But he's really going to look to march forward and find his own takedown, and then submit you from the top, or take the back. That's his best skill set, and that's how he was known in Bellator. He's like the ultimate back taker. Like, he'll take your back and choke you out, rear naked choke. Like, he is so good and crafty at doing that. And he's so slick, and he's got very long arms for such a great grappler. And I think he can do that against Mario Bautista. He's a very high level fighter, training with high level guys, making his UFC debut. I'm excited to watch it. Bingo bango. Give me no love. Patchy Mix.
I mean, yeah, dude, and he'll jump Gilly from wild places, and it'll be tight as shit. Those long, skinny arms. I hope he does it. I really do. He's not an old, aging Patricio Pitbull. He will actually use his grappling, his black belt in jiu-jitsu, unlike Patricio, who's just going to stand there. Okay. So, yeah. Only one opposite so far, yeah?
Yeah, the big boys.
The big boys. Two grizzlies fighting over a salmon. All right. Next one. Brain Bleed Boy, Vicente Luque. Yikes, versus Mr. 4570 himself. And it's going to piss him off. You don't know what it is. Kevin Holland.
And why do you always introduce Vicente Luque like that? That's just doing the man dirty. I'm excited for this fight. I think both guys are going to go out there and put on a performance. That's kind of what both of them do. I mean, JP said it. Vicente Luque gets hit in the head a lot. Okay. There's a reason it was bleeding. And Kevin Holland, he's a talker. He's a loudmouth. He's going to go out there and put up a good fight as well. Both of them have fought some of the best fighters inside of the UFC. It should be a great matchup. Kevin Holland, he's really hit or miss, guys. He'll have some fights where he looks like a world beater, and he'll have other fights where he just doesn't look like he has it all put together. And he's now 32 years old. He fights like 5 times a year. What's his record inside the UFC? I mean, it is 14-10. That's just a lot of UFC fights and a lot of back and forth for the outcomes. Vicente Luque looked really good in his last time out with Demba Grembo. Coming back from that long layoff. Oh, yeah. I mean, it wasn't that long of a layoff, I guess. He fought earlier that year, lost to Joaquin Buckley. This is tough, JP. I'm just overthinking it, but I'm not going to. I'm picking Vicente Luque. I think he can land a big power punch on Kevin Holland. We've seen Kevin Holland's IQ at times be a little lackluster. He invites people into his guard on the ground. I think Vicente Luque, if he does land that big shot, might find the Darce. That's what he's known for, and he did that in his last time out. Well, he did that. He did the Anaconda against Grimbo, but he's had so many Darce choke victories in his career. I think he could find that against Kevin Holland, who was submitted via Darce against Hamzat. We'll see how the defense holds up, but I do think Vicente Luque has the power and the grappling upside and the wrestling upside to find a victory over Kevin Holland. Plus, he's a big time underdog. I got to take a chance here.
Yeah, man. I'm going to go back to the line conversation. Kevin Holland, minus 258 right now. I mean, Vicente Luque plus 210 with how Kevin Holland's career recently, his last 3 fights have gone. Like, I cannot blame anybody for wanting to jump Luque's line like crazy. And I get it. I really do get it. I'm going to try not to hold bias towards Kevin in that way and just try and break it down to what I see, how Kevin can fight, which is good. He's long. He can strike very well. He's got power. He can grapple, right? But there's some times where he's on his back too much. And then we see that when he goes to 85. He gets ragdolled by these big wrestlers. He really does. And Vicente can grapple. I think Kevin's last fight versus Gunnar. I know Gunner's not active, didn't fight much. Gunnar can grapple. Gunnar can grapple very well. Kevin, we both picked Kevin in that one. He fought exactly how we hoped and thought he would. He's going to be safe in the grappling. He'll be better on the feet. I think he'll be much better on the feet against Luque. Sometimes he overextends when he throws that right hand. He leans in too far and it kind of initiates and helps the takedown for the other guy. I don't know, dude. I personally cannot see Luque holding him down like these other guys. These other guys are big. Marvin Vettori, Derek Brunson, phenomenal wrestlers, strong. Hamzat, Delidze. These are all big sons of bitches that are good with top pressure and strong. Both guys have found a Darce. I would say Luque is more well known for his Darce. Kevin's got long arms though. We talked about Patchy with his long skinny arms. They're good for submissions, man. They really are. Kevin can work off his back. We can't stay there though. We cannot stay there. I think Kevin Holland should be able to win this fight. Minus 258. I'm not going to touch it. I don't blame you for going Luque. I'm going to take Holland personally. Is it a dumbass pick? Fine. But Kevin's attributes and his stats are just there to be so good. And I bring up his last fight because I felt like he said something in the interview. He said, these motherfuckers at 85 just attach themselves to my crotch, and it's just too much to deal with. I think I'll stay at 70. If Kevin Holland is not being a dumbass, worrying about 45, 70, talking shit to Rampage, oh, I just fight for money. I think last fight it kind of showed him I got to still win and try and approach this as being high level and technical. We'll see. But give me Kevin Holland.
Don't blame me there. That's going to be a good matchup. Yeah, I mean, both the guys have passed the victory. Kevin Holland has always looked much better, in my opinion, at 170
Yeah.
compared to the 185 division. So, another good fight on our hands. All right, moving up this main card. Kelvin Gastelum taking on Joe Body Bags Pyfer. I'm excited for this one. What are your thoughts?
All right. So, what was it? The Mexico card, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Joe Pyfer got a good old case of food poisoning, and then he said some choice words about Mexico. I am Mexican.
Yeah, here we go.
Family's Mexican. You do you. Say what you want when you trash a whole country. Kind of wild, but hey, you do you. Trash a whole country publicly is what it is. With that being said, Kelvin's fat ass is over there eating burgers 4 days before a fight, doing a food review, and then doesn't make weight consistently. He's got a big old fucking head. I mean, a massive head. Jesus Christ. He's a decent wrestler. He's been around forever, right? Me and Brevin were talking earlier, and the motherfucker fought in 2016. We graduated high school in 2016. Like, we've been watching him for that long. I worked with somebody that used to train with him. All right, Rhonda used to train with him. He's a good wrestler. He's been through wars, never been knocked out. Shocker when you're hitting a cement block on somebody's shoulders. Yeah, I don't know. He's been through wars. He's been dropped a couple times. Joe Pyfer's big as shit, strong as shit, a great grappler in his own. I think he's better on the feet. He has more hands. Yes, Kelvin is decent on the feet. He's got good slips, good movement. Who's his most recent win? Because he doesn't want to fight because he's big boy. Lost to Sean Brady by Kimura. What point am I at for Pyfer? He trains with Sean Brady. There you go. And then he beat Daniel Rodriguez, Brevin's favorite fighter. Who cares? Who fucking cares? You know? Like, give me a break. Give me Joe Pyfer. Never been knocked out. I hope he does it. Either way, that big-ass head is not hard to hit. I mean, I'd be more impressed if Pyfer couldn't hit him. You know? No way you miss that big-ass target. Give me Joe Pyfer.
JP Bingo Bango, give me Joe Pyfer as well. I think you said it nicely. I mean, Gastelum, sure. He's been around the block, and he's got a block for a head. I think Pyfer can hit that block, and Pyfer's got good grappling as well, and that's what a lot of people don't know about Pyfer. I mean, if this fight does go down to the mat, Pyfer's got some sneaky submissions. I think you can find a submission, but you know what? I think Joe Pyfer becomes the first one to knock out Kelvin Gastelum. It may not be clean. He may not put the lights out, but I do think the ref just steps in. It's a TKO, something of that nature, like up against the fence. I could definitely see that after Gastelum gets dropped. Pyfer just hits so dang hard. I mean, you can be the toughest guy in the world. Pyfer can put your lights out. So give me Pyfer. I like this. I like this fight for him quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, the only way Kelvin wins is takes a beating the first 2 rounds. Pyfer gasses out, Kelvin stops him or beats the shit out of him, gets like a draw or something. We can't gas out. Cannot gas out. I think it taught a lot in the Hermanson fight when he did gas out.
Yep.
So we just can't do that.
All right, moving up to the co-main event of the evening, we have Juliana Pena taking on Kayla Harrison.
Oh boy, do I have things to say. Juliana Pena, the champ. She's atrocious. She's trash. She's fucking horrible. Probably one of the worst champs I've ever seen in the UFC. Shouldn't even be champ right now. Sal D'Amato can ligma. He can come find me. I'll meet you anywhere. You can have two guys. You can have Sal and whoever else that fucking judge was last night. And I'll fight both of them at the same fucking time. You guys are horrendous at your job. I don't know why they continue to let them judge. They're terrible. Juliana's ass. Can't strike. Horrendous striking. She's a dog. Okay, sure. She's a dog and she gets her ass beat a lot. Yeah, she can grapple and catch you when you're tired because you've been beating her ass for 18 minutes, 15 minutes. And you're like, Jesus Christ. And then she chokes you out. Oh, but bro, you're a casual. She choked out Amanda. If you think that has anything, any relevance whatsoever, you're the biggest casual on the planet. We want to throw around that word so goddamn much. Go watch the fight. The choke wasn't even deep, and Amanda tapped. That is a clear evidence that she did not want to be there. She did not care. Amanda's been tearing through everybody, beating everybody's ass. The GOAT of women's MMA. She did not want to be there. Did not give a shit. The second fight, go look what happened. Beat the piss out of Juliana. She cannot strike. She talks trash like she's 15 years old. Her mentality is horrendous. She's a good mom. I'll give her that. She's a good mom. Can't fight. Terrible. I think Kayla Harrison should beat her ass. Ragdoll her, quite literally. Kayla's strong as shit. Kayla's a judo Olympic gold medalist. Her striking's bad too. Yeah, sure. But Juliana's is not good. It is not good. And she lost to Raquel Pennington. She just did. That's one fight you can never, ever convince me the other way around. That is a horrendous decision. Give me Kayla Harrison, Juliana's ass. Terrible.
Yep. Had the distinct pleasure of rewatching that fight this week as I was preparing to do this breakdown. Not a fan of Juliana Pena. I mean, she's the champion of the world in this division. She's going into this fight as a plus 455 underdog. That's how bad she is. JP's right. Bingo, bango. Give me Kayla Harrison. I think she really does whatever she wants and wins however she wants to win on Saturday. She's strong. I mean, I'm jealous of her arms, guys. And that's
Jesus
saying a lot because
Christ.
I'm kind of juiced myself. All right. Kayla Harrison is a dog. I mean, man, she might be juicing. Yeah, I think she wrestles. I think she can land ground and pound. I think she can find a choke. I think she might even knock Pena out standing up. I don't even know. Kayla Harrison's getting it done. She's going to be your new bantamweight women's championship or champion of the world. Kayla Harrison, do your thing.
Hey.
In the interviews, when they're going back and forth, and Kayla's like, "Oh, we'll see, honey." I was like, "Oh damn."
Oh, yeah.
Hold your
Oh,
horses.
you know when women are talking shit and one of them calls the other one honey? That's bad blood right there. All right. It's like men talking shit and going, okay, buddy. Okay, pal. Don't call me buddy. All right.
I ain't your buddy. I ain't your pal.
Yeah. I will say. All right. The only thing I agreed with Juliana that she said when she talks shit, bro, I'm telling you, it makes me want to vomit. It sounds so stupid. Kayla, we have to make weight. That is the only thing that scares me. Like Brevin said, she is fucking stacked. She is juiced. She's never made 135 on the dot. For championship fights, you cannot go over the weight class. For other fights, you can weigh in like 136, right? You can weigh in a pound over. They'll accept it. Championship fights, you got to drop that extra pound. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot. Go ask Macy Barber, okay? Those new boobies, they look great. Love them. But miss weight. Miss weight. That 1 pound when you're cutting weight, when you're doing the sauna, all that shit, all right? It's tough, bro. That 1 pound seems like 1,000. It's tough to cut it, but we'll have to see. She's a monster for this division, but I think she dog walks her. Anyways.
I don't disagree.
I'm going to get in trouble for what I said, but anyways.
We love them.
We love them. We love them. We love the seizures. All of it. All right, moving up. The main event. The one everybody came to see. The one that people are kind of upset about. I don't have to go first. Hallelujah. The machine, the cardio killer, Rob Dvalishvili versus Sugar Sean O'Malley. The rematch.
Yeah, I mean, like JP said, a lot of people are really dogging on this rematch, not wanting to see it. I'm excited for it. Honestly, I am. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a sugar show. Like he has been the flashiest, most, star-ridden individual since Connor. And he's talked about, "Hey, I'm not trying to beat Connor," and that's good because you probably could never live up to that status. But like from a fan perspective, it's exciting. When Sean's making the walk and it's the music's on. If you are who you say you are, superstar, have no fear. The camera's here. It gets me fired up, JP. It gets me really fired up, man. When he beat Aljamain Sterling, I sat there and I sang that song for like the next week, just watching replays, highlights, slow mos, everything. And it got me juiced up. It had me ready for work, right? It had me ready for my 9 to 5. That's the type of impact that Sean O'Malley can bring to our lives. He is an absolute superstar, whether he's winning or he's losing. Merab, on the other hand, I mean, weaponized cardio. The dude's crazy. All right. He's just going to walk forward. He's going to shoot his takedowns. He's going to stand up when the round's not even over and let some guy punch him in the face. He's going to dive into a frozen lake. This is what this guy does. All right. He's wild. He's wild. And, in the last time out, when he fought Umar Nurmagomedov, I picked Umar. I think 99% of America picked Umar Nurmagomedov, and even non-Americans were picking Umar Nurmagomedov. I mean, it was a very bad matchup for Merab. First round, it looked like Umar was going to run away with it. Merab dug deep, all right? And he showed you, I've got the weaponized cardio. I can wrestle the best wrestlers in the world, these Dagestani guys. I am the machine. And that was fun to watch. And I think in this matchup, in this rematch, JP, he's going to be able to do the same thing. I think, sure, Sean's going to have moments just like he did in the 5th round. That's what he's been holding on to. Hey, I did this in the 5th round. You're going to have to do it a lot earlier and a lot more often. Even one body shot, on Merab, it may hurt him, but he's just going to shoot in. He's going to look for another takedown. He can recover, and I believe in Merab's cardio. I believe in his wrestling, and the striking has developed. Now he has come out and said, "Hey, I'm going to look to strike with Sean O'Malley and show that side of my game." I don't love that game plan. We saw that with Bilal Muhammad, right? Like, "Hey, I'm going to do this." But Merab's the type of guy that he just says shit. He just says stuff to say it, and he'll go out there and he'll just wrestle. And I like that. From a Merab betting perspective, you want to see that. You want to see him wrestle a guy like Sean. Don't go out there and strike Sean. He's a much better striker. But for my pick, give me Merab the machine. Dvalishvili, I think he can get it done. Probably goes all 5. And we see a very similar fight to what we saw in the Sphere. But I think he wins.
Wow. Yeah, man. This one, I mean, very interesting. Yeah, Sean is. I mean, if you love the UFC, if you love watching fighting, there's no way you don't like Sean. We both picked Sean in the first one, said he could catch him, and he did in the 5th round. Judges said he won 3 and 5. So I don't care how anybody feels. I don't care even what I thought. The judges, Sal D'Amato's dumbass type shit, okay, said he won 3 and 5. He needed one more round. He needed Sal or whoever judged
The first round
to be like, "Oh, well, I thought he won it." And if another judge agrees, he could have won that fight. Whether you guys feel like it, whether I feel like it or not, he could have won the fight. It's that simple. Now he had the torn labrum in the hip. That's a serious problem. Can't grapple. People are like, "No excuses." Yeah, I get it. No excuses. You can't grapple the entire camp, and you're going up against a guy who, quite literally, that should be his middle name. I mean, that's tough to deal with. Yeah, like Brevin said, Merab's saying all this shit, like Bilal's dumbass. What a terrible game plan. Why would you go out there and strike a guy who's made it to the top, knocking other people out when you don't? Now you become the champ after doing what you have done very well, and then you want to switch it up when you're the champ? Makes no sense. But then, like Brevin said, Merab just says shit. I don't really believe him when he says that. I've said it a million times, and I'll say it a million more. This dude shot 52 takedowns. That is not a made-up stat. He shot 52 takedowns in a fight. That is horrendous to deal with. Horrendous, brother. And he's never tired. And then he'll get up and dance after he wins. Brevin said it. I mean, he'll fight anybody. A frozen lake. 3-inch thick ice. He'll headbutt that sumbitch. Okay? He's bleeding everywhere. Go watch that video. It's fucking hilarious. I think Sean needs a stick and move. He could catch him. I'd love to see it. I'd go nuts. You're getting plus 2.5 basically as a dog for Sean. Some people might think good value. I don't know, man. Merab's tough. I understand he broke his toe. Personally, I think he's a crazy motherfucker that it's... How much is it really going to matter? And you can't rely on that to be like, oh, Sean's going to outwork and then outclass him. I'd love to see it, but weaponized cardio. Bingo, bango. Give me Merab to retain.
It'd be a good matchup. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that came out. Like people were saying the lights were too bright in the sphere. Sean, he's like big into owls, and he found a dead owl in his driveway about a week before the Merab fight, and so he was like, "That's a bad omen. I don't got a good feeling about this." And like, it's weird. And apparently he stopped smoking weed. He stopped doing a lot of stuff. He stopped getting on social media. Like he's been very locked in for the fight. So if we do see a different version of Sean, great. I welcome it. I love Sean. I mean, the dude lives right down the road. Like I'm a big Sean fan, but my job is to predict fights. And just Merab is just such a bad matchup for a guy like Sean O'Malley, where that is his weakness. That is the spot where someone beats him. That's how they beat him. You're not going to stand there and strike with him. But, the other thing, too, that we didn't really talk about is like for Sean, Merab was his last fight. That was a version of Merab that, Sean felt, and that was his last fight. Arguably, Merab's an even better version of himself after the Umar fight. I mean, he fought a wonderful fight against Umar.
Yeah.
And Umar is a very skilled fighter. And heck, I would like to see Umar match up against Sean O'Malley because I think that's also a very tough fight for Sean. So if Merab's doing that to Umar, I just feel like Sean still is holding on to what he felt happened in their first fight. And I just think Merab's a much better fighter at this point. Like being the champion, they say you get even better. I think Merab's even better than he was. It's going to be a tough night for Sean, in my opinion.
I mean, and take away everything, right? Let's just take away everything. Take away the first fight. Take away the hip. Just look at their matchup or their styles, right? The stylistic matchup. We say it all the time. When you know a guy's going to come out and shoot like a motherfucker and try and take you down all 15, all 25, a guy like Sean who can stick and move, he'll teep you up the center, he'll kick you. He's very good with his legs and his mobility. They're kind of a lot more hesitant to open with teeps, get reads, leg kick and stuff. Because if you get one caught, you're on your back for the whole round. You got to come out and start again. So it's, yeah, man. I mean, if he starches him with like a big knee up the middle or something, maybe. Merab has been wobbled before. And the reason we picked Sean in the first fight is like, bro, he can clip him. He can get to him. But I don't know.
And that's the thing. Similar to the other fights, guys. Like, play the KO line for Sean O'Malley. If Sean O'Malley wins this fight, he knocks Merab out. Plain and simple. If this fight goes to decision, Merab wins.
Yeah.
I just think that's how it goes. Like it's kind of so cut and dry. And we saw that in the last time out. That's the beauty of this thing is we've seen this fight before. Sean can catch him. He can catch him with the teep to the body, really hurt Merab. And Merab can get caught. He can get wobbled. But Merab's just going to put that pace on you and he'll win by decision. It's his style. So yeah, I just see that out, that playing out in that fashion. Hey, that's the card for you guys, but that's not the end of the show. Don't go anywhere. We have your free show parlays coming your way, starting with Lockdoor MMA's Lock of the Night. JP, I'll hand it over to you to get us started. I'm excited.
Hey, I mean, I think it's kind of obvious at this point. I mean, we're stopping off for gas, for snacks, for a big gulp cup. Once you finish it, out the window of the fucking van, jump in the goddamn van. We got plenty of open seats, okay? Give me Joshua Van again. I think. I don't know. Who cares? Give me Joshua Van, baby.
Dude, you've admitted to multiple crimes at this point. Littering and then drinking in the back seat of a vehicle?
Hey,
like open containers?
don't
Like
point it
what
out.
is going on?
Don't point it out. Just move along.
All right. My lock for this card is going to be Mr. Body Bags Joe Pyfer. I think he just hits harder. I think he's more skilled, and he's the up-and-coming fighter. Gastelum's just been around for too long. You've overstayed your welcome. Body Bags is coming for you on Saturday. Joshua Van and Joe Pyfer. And Jack, I like it.
Hey, throw the body bag in the back of the van. We got room.
There's like third felony, bro.
That's all right.
You're
bro.
wild. You're absolutely wild. All right. Revan's Basic. It's on its way. Starting with JP's lock. I really like it a lot. I think it's a great matchup. Joshua Van, my lock. Give us Joe Pyfer. And to cap us off, we didn't get main event action last weekend. We're going to get it this weekend. Give me Dvalishvili to cap off Revan's Basic. Now it's time for the best part of the entire episode. JP's Juicer. What do you got cooking for us?
What type of melons do I got cooking?
Now you're really going to get in trouble.
Well, they ain't the Macy Barber melons, but they're melons, all right? Sit down, shut up, juicer time, baby. All right. First one. Told y'all last weekend, throw him in there. He's entertaining. Gonna be fireworks. Didn't fight last weekend, but he's on this card, and that fight might even be more fireworks. And he's dog fucking money. Andreas Gustaffson, Bane, throw him in there. First leg, dog money. Give me that. Next one. Like his striking a lot. Love his striking. I told you guys, similar to Connor. Slip back, boom, power hand on the chin, out. Ju Sung Yu. Throw him in there. Next one. Close one. And I'm breaking a rule. And this is always the one. Whatever. It is what it is. I think if Waldo Cortes-Acosta is on his back, he's not getting out. Maybe a sneaky sub. Throw Saragihi Spivac in there. One of the only ones me and Brevin disagreed on. Who knows? Anyway, throw him in there. The next one, the lock in the van, out the van, body bags in the back of the van. Joshua Van, throw him in there. Come on, baby. One after that, last two legs. Bellator fighters. Can they have success? I think this guy has a great matchup against him. I think he's a better grappler, and that's going to be his path to victory. Patchy Mix. Throw him in there, Mr. 20-1. Very impressive record. 20-1. Throw Patchy Mix in there. The final one, had to do it. Brevin's lock. Joe Pyfer. And he'll stick Kevin Gastelum's block ass head on a pike, and we can take it with us in the van. He ain't gonna want to go to Mexico. Feel the way you want to feel. Give me Joe Pyfer. Throw him in there. 6 legs. Plus 1250 right now. All right, we'll see if the lines get a little bit better. They've been moving as we've been filming. I've been watching them move, so we'll see, man. We'll see.
I love it. I love it. I'm excited for this one, guys. I hope you guys are too. If you've made it this far in the show, subscribe to the channel. We're the best UFC predictors on the planet. I'll keep saying that over and over. Like the video and leave a comment down below who you think is going to get a victory on Saturday. We appreciate you guys as always, and welcome to the Lockeddoor MMA community. JP, I'll hand it over to you.
Hey, pay-per-view time, baby. We love pay-per-views. All right, and it is a stat card, whether you like the main event or not. Very stat card. Out in, is it New Jersey, this one?
Yep.
Newark, New Jersey. So, all you Jersey heads, you know, out in the Jersey Shore. I don't even know where Newark is. Could be completely wrong.
Fun fact, that was the location where Merab stole Sean's jacket way back in the day.
In Jersey?
You remember that whole fiasco when he stole the red jacket?
Yeah, I like
And
when
then they were like had the little back and forth.
I like when Sean tells that story. I thought he was the coat guy. Okay. Yeah, so we'll see how New Jersey treats Merab after that. Yeah, like Brevin said, like the video, subscribe. We appreciate y'all being here. It means a lot to us. If you got nothing to say, drop a lock in the chat. Lockdoor MMA. Best predictors in the game. As always, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure. Bingo, bango, baby.